Hello everyone, welcome to a new video. Today I'm going to be making a short video that's not going to be that detailed, and it's going to be about the MR in Warframe. MR stands for Mastery Rank, and basically this level that you have will show how many items in the game you have mastered. Basically there's a little bit more to that, but the main point is that the more items you get, the more items you acquire and level, the higher your MR will be. Also, if you play the game long enough, you'll notice that your MR increases slower as it increases. That's because you need more items to level it up later on in the game. So if you're going from MR 27 to MR 28, it's gonna take you way more than it is to take you from MR 10 to MR 11. If you look at your profile, you can see how much XP you need to level up to the next MR rank. If it says 0, that means you can do your rank up now. If you continue leveling up items after it reaches 0, your affinity or XP won't go to waste. It will just continue being on your account, and after you do the mastery rank up test, you'll see how much you need left. So basically, nothing goes to waste. Most items in the game, frames, weapons, or whatever, most of them go to rank 30. After that, it will say max rank on them. Once you reach it once, you'll have the maximum amount of affinity you can get from one item. But some items in the game do go up to level 40. Those include things like the Kuva and Tenet weapons and the Necromax. But leveling up items is not the only way. You can get XP, you can get it from doing missions also, or doing intrinsics, both in Railjack and Viri. So generally, as you're playing the game, your MR will increase as you're getting more weapons, doing more activities, more nodes on the star chart, and as time goes on, your mastery rank up will increase. Here is one important note you have to put in your mind. MR isn't an indicator of how good someone is in the game. It's just a value that shows how much dedication they had to collect items and level up. It does mean that they spent a fair amount of time on the game generally though, as it takes a while to reach high MR levels. But you can have someone with a lower MR level that is a better player than a person with a higher MR level, because it doesn't affect the gameplay. It only affects you in some small ways later on that make your life easier. Even me, someone who's MR legendary too, I consider myself quite a bad player in the game. I just play for fun ultimately. But increasing your MR is kind of important because it makes your life in Warframe easier. How does it do that? The most important thing is, when you form a weapon or get a new weapon, you'll have the base mod capacity on that weapon. If you are at a point where you're MR 30 and above, any new weapon you get or any item you form or anything will have the base mod capacity of 30 straight away. This means you don't have to level up the weapon to get the full range of mod capacity that you can get on it, and it makes leveling up a lot of stuff easier. But there is more. Leveling up your MR will generally increase the caps that you have in the game, like the focus cap, the daily standing cap, the traces capacity, and the loadouts. So basically, as you increase your MR, those will also increase, making your life easier, as you can later on get more daily standing, get more traces and store them, more loadout slots so you can have more options at your fingertips, and a bigger focus cap so you can max your schools faster, even though I do recommend doing eidolons with that. So as you can see, while it's not necessary going to a higher MR, it does help. It makes your life easier in the game, and it makes a lot of things smoother. One of the things I do enjoy the most is that when I'm forming a frame or a weapon, I don't have to worry about having it being usable that much if it has a high enough form account, as I can just put the mods on the weapon straight away, as it has a good starting base mod capacity at rank 0. So sometimes even when I'm putting my last forma on a frame, I won't even level up the frame. I'll just take it to the mission I wanted to do with them, like a survival, disruption, or whatever, and level it up while I'm doing the mission, because the base mod capacity is there. But I just want to emphasize, do not make MR your one goal in the game. I mean, I'm not gonna tell you how to play the game, but do not have it be as the one true goal you have in the game. The most important thing ultimately is to have fun with the game, and if you gain MR while doing that, well, that's all good, right? So hopefully you found the short video useful in any way, shape or form. Do not emphasize MR that much. Just make it as a side priority that you do, and eventually you will reach a high enough MR. And as per usual, have fun with the game Tenet, as that's the most important aspect. So if you like the video, like it, comment and subscribe, and bye bye.